Hello, guys. Welcome back to Sustrain Daily. Thank you for tuning in. In this episode, we continue to talk dirty. We continue to talk about waste. We weren't born yesterday. We all have a lot of environmentally unfriendly products that we've accumulated over the years. Throwing them away just because they're not eco friendly is the opposite of what we need to be doing. Now that we already have these items, we need to make sure to use them to their full capacity before discarding them. So let's begin. To start with, let's talk about food waste. So my mom, like many other people, is not a fan of jhuta food. What is jhuta? Jhuta is this concept which is rooted in casteism. It is any food that is on our plate. The severity of jhuta can vary from home to home. A lot of people consider anything that has been touched by your eating hand as jhuta as well. The point is that a lot of food goes to waste because of this. I am this kind of person who gets super hungry by the time of the meal. So I get super excited when I see food and I serve myself a huge portion before I start eating, only to realize that I took a lot midway. Now, because jhuta is not allowed, I'm going to have to throw away all of the food. I am not here to fight casteism just yet. So, how we can save food is by serving ourselves lesser portions and then taking a second or third helping if and when required. Composting, as I always mention, is a great technique to manage your food waste. I have recently started composting and I've documented my journey and the process on our IGTV. I'm going to link it down below so you can check it out. Moving on, let's talk about disposable cutlery. There are n number of brands that provide steel straws, and we already have steel spoons and forks at home. We can stitch ourselves a cute little pouch to carry these with us as we step out. I'm hoping the COVID situation should have reduced our consumption of outside food. Even if any cafe provides paper straws or wooden cutlery, choose your own steel cutlery over it. I know keeping them clean and having to wash them might be a difficult change, but we need to power through it until it becomes a habit. Because it's worth it. And most delivery apps like Swiggy and Zomato have an option where you can opt out of getting cutlery with your order. I feel like we can minimize our use of straws as well. To be honest, I can't even think of a reason why we need them. The two possible arguments I can think of for using straws are one, that it is a necessity for differently abled people. In that case, I understand, and a switch to steel straws is the best alternative. 2. Hygiene. Well, if we're unsure of the hygiene of the container of our drink, we shouldn't even consider having it. I'm sure you know Marie Kondo's Spark of Joy activity. I like to do something similar with my waste. Before I throw anything away, I like to hold it and ask myself a few questions. 1. Is this in such a bad condition that I still can't use it? 2. Can it be repaired? 3. Can I give it away to the needy? 4. Is there anything else I could do with it before or instead of discarding it? Example: an empty shampoo bottle can be a great plant holder in my bathroom or even a pencil stand. Similarly, other plastic containers can do wonders for organization. Another thing that helps me reduce my waste is having a smaller bin. It's like that grocery store basket where you keep feeling the need to fill it up. Similarly, if you have a smaller basket, you won't feel that need to fill it up. Because the bin is smaller, it means that there's a smaller area which needs to be covered with plastic. Another thing is, I am extremely lazy. If I throw a lot of waste, the bin is going to get filled up. And I'm going to have to remove the plastic, change it, put another one. My laziness doesn't allow me to do any of that. So instead, I just try not to produce as much waste as I would. Also, I don't throw my wet waste in my room dustbin. It's mostly for tissues or random miscellaneous waste. And so, I don't need to change the dustbin cover every day. I just empty my dry waste in the bigger bin at the end of the day. And then I can go for weeks without changing the dustbin bag. And it's not a concern for hygiene. Talking about waste generated in the room, most of mine is paper waste. But I don't throw them away. I have dedicated a drawer on my table for paper waste. These include the bills, tags of clothes, paper I've written on, etc. I store these papers and then use them like I would use the newspaper to serve as a base for when I'm doing something creative, clean, doodle on top of, etc. Even while writing, I write tiny letters and use multiple color pens for different items to make the best use of paper. And please, for the sake of our planet, don't be one of those who only write on one side of the paper. It's the 21st century and we can do better than that. Anyway, end of the year, I give these away in Raddi. Wondering what we can do about plastic waste? I recently came across eco bricks. It's a super cool concept that I've become a fan of. Eco bricks are essentially bricks made of single-use plastic. Single-use plastic, as I'd mentioned in the previous episode, is one that is meant to be disposed of after one use. It can be found in our everyday plastic bags, soft drink bottles and caps, sachets, food wrappers of chocolates, chips, etc. Making eco bricks sounds complicated, but it really isn't. All you have to do is not throw away plastic. You can take a plastic bottle, your soft drink bottles would do fine, and start filling it up with all the other plastics that you have diligently collected. A lot of NGOs are working on collecting these eco bricks made by people like us and providing them to institutions that are using just eco bricks and cement for construction. I am actually going to link down below an IGTV made by Sanya Malhotra, a fellow environmentalist. She has made 2 videos about eco bricks, its uses and how to make one. You can check them out and start making your own. So that's it about waste for now. I would love to know what you do to manage your waste. Take care and stay safe.